Achieve. Okay, so then you eat breakfast, then you get dressed, and then you come to camp, right? And that's usually your routine. So, do you usually eat before you brush your teeth? No, right? So, having a system or being organized is doing something consistently, but having a plan on how you're going to do it, right? That way you don't get lost, right? You're not like, what do I do now? Right? You kind of know exactly what is in your itinerary or what is in your plan for the day.
Hi, Tyra.
Okay, so all the Pathfinders, it's time for you to go.
But she's doing it terrible. I'm just trying to fix it.
Adios, Pathfinder.
Thank you, Josiah.
No, you're taking everything away.
All right. All right, guys, go. Okay, let's get back. I need you guys to exit the room. This goes back.
Alexa. Oh.
Okay. So you have to have a plan, right? So, so what do you do? So you play. What do you play? What game?
Turn around. Look at the camera.
So when you are going to play football, what is your routine? What do you usually do?
I would usually take a bath, then put on my clothes, and then go to the field.
Go to the field, and when you get to the field, what do you do? Have a seat.
We stretch,
You stretch, okay? What else do you do?
and then we try.
Do you stretch every day, or do sometimes you don't stretch?
We
Do you skip stretching some days? No, you never skip. Okay. What else do you do after you
Turn back.
stretch, and then we practice.
Andrew goes. And then you practice. Do you sometimes skip practicing? No, you never do. Right, so that's what we talk about when you have a system, right? When you have a system, there are certain things that you must do consistently, every time, diligently, right? You can't deviate, you can't move from it, you can't not do it. Because if you leave it out of your schedule or of your routine, there's going to be a big gap and it's going to be a problem for you. If you didn't stretch, for example, what do you think would happen?
If we didn't stretch, when we're running or something, maybe pull a hamstring.
Yeah, you might pull a muscle, you might pull a hamstring, and it will hurt you, right? So that's one thing about being diligent, knowing exactly what you need to do, having a plan and sticking to the plan and not skipping around and not missing out on what you should be doing. Because if you skip or miss or don't do something, it might cause you some harm, right? So in the morning, what do you do, okay?
Do you turn around?
Turn around. Turn around. Look at him. He's filming. Who do you practice? Cheerleading. Is it a team that you go to, or is it your own little practice? A team. Okay. So when you go to cheerleading with your team, what do you do? Can we put this away, please? It's not good. You learn new cheers. Do you ever practice the old cheers that you've done in the past? Right? So, and every day it's mostly the same thing that you do, right? Like you have a routine. So if you want to be successful, you have to keep doing similar things over and over until you perfect it, until you become really good at it. And that way, you won't have to like wonder, what do I do next? Because it's already in your brain because you've done it so many times, right?
Miss Nicolette, when you did this is quotation.
Yes, it is.
Quotation, people, quotation.
Okay. So number 5 is to use rewards and consequences. So obviously, when you are diligent, when you are consistent with something, let's not make noise, please. When you're diligent and you're consistent with something, it is good if you have a reward system that, okay, let's say, if you, let's see, you play football. When you do a good pass, what does your coach do for you? He rewards you. And how does he reward you?
Oh, I know. He would kind of like, he would say good job or like,
Right, and how does that make you feel?
good.
Good? Okay, so that helps you stay consistent, that helps you be more diligent, right? Because if you were doing like your best and you put all your effort into, let's say, playing football or doing cheerleading, how many other people do a sport or something? What sport do you do? Basketball? Basketball. Okay. Oh, you were into. Okay, so usually when you're in a sport, and if your coach, if you like did the best pass that you can do, and you tried, your best, and you had all the shots, and then your coach, you did a shot, and he was just like, next. And then, you made a great pass, and everyone's like, ooh, and then your coach was like, next, right? And he didn't give you any reward, or he didn't say hello. He didn't say a good job, right? Wouldn't you feel like, yeah, you feel he's a little lame, like, I put my all in and he didn't acknowledge me, right? So when you acknowledge people who are doing well, what do they tend to do?
They give you a trophy.
They give you no, but when you acknowledge someone who's doing well, right? Don't they tend to do better? Like you're like, I want to be rewarded again. I want someone to keep
Like
saying,
money?
good job. Like it gives you a very warm feeling inside, and it makes you feel proud of yourself. So then you're like, I want that again. So you keep working hard. So that's what you want to do. In the same way other people reward you, you can reward yourself too, right? So like people who, let's say you're studying for an exam, right? And you said, okay, I'm going to not watch television because I want to study for this exam. Like when I was in college, that's what I used to do. I used to like not watch TV at all during college.
Of course, because you was in college.
Right.
You're all mature now.
An example, okay? So I would not watch TV at all, and then I would just, focus on my work. So when my grades came in, and I saw my report card, and I had my A's and B's that I wanted, then I would spend the whole day and watch TV. Like that's all I did, just to reward myself, right? I wouldn't spend the whole day, but that's what I mean to say. I would be able to watch television that day. That was like my reward to myself. Or I would go out and eat, right? And sometimes that happens with your parents too. When your parents tell you to do your chores, or they tell you to do your homework, and you get a trophy, right, from school or a certificate. They're really proud of you, and then what do? On top of the trophy you receive, or the certificate or the medal, they might take you out to eat. They might take you to a game. They might do something to reward you. And that makes you continue to be diligent. It makes you continue to do the good things that you're doing, right? But when people are not like rewarding you, or they're not telling you a good job, or they're not telling you they're proud of you,
You go on strike.
You go on strike? What's the point, right? Even though you shouldn't really wait for other people to tell you congratulations, because it should really be for you, right? You want to be the best that you can be. Not for other people, but for yourself, right? But it is nice to be rewarded. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is to have the tools you need, right? So how many people, when they go to school, they carry their book bags and pens and paper and pencils? Like, what do you carry with you when you go to school?
What you said?
Tell me one thing you carry with you when you go to school.
I carry it when I go to school.
What do you have with you?
My
Backpack? Tell me one thing that you have with you.
suitcase.
Just one thing. Your notebooks? Okay, your uniform? Your homework? School supplies in general? What do you carry with you when you go to school? Just one thing. What do you have when you go to school that you need?
Rosie, she asked you a question. You gotta answer.
Yeah.
Boxes, y'all.
I'm on the trend.
Want to see my box?
Anything at all. When you go to school, what do you usually have with you when you go to school?
Can you see it?
You can say what someone else said, if that's the problem. Your books, thank you. Denise, what do you have with you?
How can you see my hand?
Your gym clothing, yes. Okay. Angel, what do you have with you? What do you carry? What do you take to school?
My homework.
Your homework?
Stop.
Cecil,
What?
what do you have with you when you go to school?
When I go to school, I have
What do you do?
It's
my notebook.
Your notebook.
good for you.
Your lunch.
Your lunch. Okay.
Messiah.
Okay. Oh my God. And
Oh, me?
Yeah, I got it.
What I bring to school is a nice phone, some nice money, and more.
so you bring your phone to school? Okay.
No, we're gonna put it on his dad with the one he's
What do you bring to school, Celia?
No, I keep it in my book
Celia,
bag.
what do you bring to school?
I bring lunch and phone.
Lunch money.
And book bag.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this is for you to be diligent, you have to be prepared, right? So if you're in school and you don't have your paper, you don't have your pen, you don't have your homework, are you ready to be diligent? Are you ready to be consistent? No, right? You're not going to be able to do your homework because you don't have anything to write with, or on with the paper, right? Gym clothing, someone said gym clothing, you won't be ready for gym. Yes, clothes. It's the same thing. So the thing is about being diligent is you have to be prepared. You have to know what you need so that you can do what you need to do, right? So the same thing if you're in your sport, Isaiah, right? What do you need for your sport? Your armor, right? You can't go onto the field and play football without your what? Your armor. And what else? Your helmet, right? What about soccer? Who plays soccer?
Me.
Josiah, what do you need, Josiah, when you play soccer?
What you need is shoes that have the
I could give you the grip.
the grip to let you run on the field.
Okay.
You need knee pads,
You need elbow pads.
and most of all, you need your jersey.
Right.
Because without your jersey, you don't even know who you are.
What team you're on? What team you're on? Okay, so you need all of those things.
Basketball.
Celia,
Some shoes.
we need to be quiet. We need to listen. Right? So those are the things that you need. So without your supplies, without your tools, you cannot be diligent because you cannot perform, you cannot do the tasks that are being asked of you. Okay? So that's another way to be more diligent. Number 7 is to make it fun, right? So if you are doing something that you don't like, will you want to keep doing it?
No,
right?
not really.
Not really. So a lot of people, when they
I don't like reading books.
right, so
That's why we have phones.
That's
well,
why we
that's
have
a good
phones
point.
to
So
order books.
Cecilia, if you're filming, you can't be talking because they're gonna hear your voice and not ours.
Okay. Who's
So
talking?
Cecilia said that it also depends because sometimes you just try something for the first time and you don't like it, but then if you keep at it, you might learn to like it and get to like it, right? So that is true. So that's why they usually say don't knock something the first time you try it because you never know. And depending also, there are certain things that you might not like, but you need to do. Like a lot of you were telling me before that you don't want to go to school, but must you go to school?
No.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Did you say, who said no?
That's
So you don't have to go to school?
Yes, you have to
So
go to
you-
school.
Exactly.
School is very,
so
very
we're not playing here. Okay, we're
How
How you
You
doing?
said no, now you say yes.
not go to school.
Lying. You're lying.
Stop with the accent.
So
I used to hate school, now I love it.
Okay, you guys are being silly, right? So you cannot not attend school because you will get in trouble, your parents will get in trouble. But if you go on and go to school and make it, and you know your teachers sometimes make it fun for you.
No.
It's not every class that you attend that's boring, guys. You cannot tell me every single class.
So you think art is boring in gym?
Classes I like in
I don't have gym in my class. I'm at school. I have art, science, math.
Science is the worst